Hey, you guys, it's us and we're back. We got to get this book done. So, I made some life decisions. We're going to skip a couple of chapters because I'm like that. But I'm going to just like kind of give y'all like the backfield because some of them, like two of the chapters, we don't even need to go through because it's just like complaintsy stuff. So, we're going to just skip over that and get to the juicy, to the ooey gooey middle. Kind of like how I like pizza. I hurry up and eat the crust and then get to the cheese and the, sauce and the meat, the ooey gooey middle. So anyway, as always, you guys are here, and Oreo Jr. is here. He got his little costume, his SpongeBob. He's a shark down in Bikini Bottom. And we got Scott. We got little cat back there. He's hanging out. He been running amok outside, and now he's tired and he wants to rest. And we got me. So let's get into this Wait Till Helen Comes. Ooh, honey. Ooh, my wig is slipping. Well, you know. Okay, so let's get to this Wait Till Helen Comes. Ooh, she's so scary. And as you can see from the title, Helen got her little fangirl, honey. She got a fangirl. Helen is, I guess, like Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what we missed in chapters 3 and 4 is this. Let me just give you a quick little summary because we ain't got forever, honey. Halloween is upon us. Okay, so chapter 3, pretty much Heather is being a little brat. Okay, she's getting people in trouble. She doing the most. She being annoying as hell. Okay, her daddy's still over there just giving in to the foolishness and reading her bedtime stories and spoiling her. We find out that the mama is stressed the hell out and she's sitting on the patio crying. Girl, get you a bottle of wine and some chocolate. It'll help you. You're welcome. And what else happened? Oh, and so the next day the kids go back out to, the graveyard. They find the groundskeeper. I forget his name, it don't matter. They find the groundskeeper, and the groundskeeper's like, "Oh, I just cut the grass around here at this graveyard. These people ain't gonna bother you. They unalive." And this is where Heather finds what?
Who pays the groundskeeper?
The state. The city.
Okay, but they own the property now, so they should have to pay.
Scott, okay, why? See, this is why we don't invite Scott nowhere. He be asking questions. This is a children's book, y'all. This is a children's book.
Oh, okay.
You stressing me out. I might be like the mama and start crying my damn self. Okay, so anyway, so the groundskeeper is like, "Oh, I mow the grass around here. It's all good. It's fun. It's great. Everybody loves it." And this is where Heather finds Helen's grave, and she notices that Heather and her have the same initials. It's like HEC, and it's like, girl, that's weird. So Heather decides, I'm gonna sit up here and get on my sister's nerves, my little stepsister's nerves, and be like, "You scared? If it was your initials, you would be scared." Sounding like Lil Jon and them. You acting like you scared like that. And she's teasing her and mocking her, and then the stepsister's all upset, and she go crying to her mama. So we missed all that. Thank God we got that done in 4 minutes. It would have took me longer to read the chapter. Y'all see how long this takes. Okay, so we're on chapter 5 now.
Okay.
It's like fast forward. Remember VCR, Scott?
Mhm.
Y'all remember VCRs? Put it in the comment section, y'all, if y'all remember VCRs. I fast forwarded because them are parts we didn't need. We didn't need that. Nobody cares. Well, we care, but we don't care like that. Oh Lord, we got both cats in here. Sorry, y'all. Okay, so chapter 5. After lunch, Mom sent Heather and me to the rooms to finish unpacking. I want every box emptied and all your things put where they belong. Girl, y'all just now getting to unpacking the boxes? The little boy had to unpack his like the moment he got up in there. That's crazy. This little girl done found a graveyard and everything. Anyway, she insisted as Heather started to whine in protest. If you're having trouble finding places for everything, Mom said, ask Molly to help you. Don't be offering her services, ma'am. Don't do that. That's what big sisters are for. Without saying another word, Heather began unpacking, stuffing clothes into her drawer and books and toys into the shelves on her side of the room. Ignoring the mess she was making, I concentrated on arranging my books and paper as neatly as possible. It ain't gonna stay like that. At least my side would look nice. After a while, Heather lay down on her bed and shut her eyes. Thinking she'd gone to sleep, I finished putting my clothes into my drawers and laid down on my bed to read. I was absorbed in Watership Down when I jumped when Heather suddenly spoke to me. Oh God. I would have wanted her to leave alone. Sorry. Okay, we're gonna take this off. It's hot. Oh. I almost drowned in there.
Oh no.
I might put it back on. Y'all get to see my bare raw face. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. What do you think that child's name is? She was still laying down. At least I got this costume part on. We at least got this going for us here. Look like, what was this? The Nightmare Before Christmas? I think this is.
No.
So I'll just pull her up and over. Okay, sorry, y'all. It was an emergency. It was a dental emergency. She was still laying down, gazing up at the ceiling where the leaves of the maple cast ever shifting patterns. Do you think it would be Heather Elizabeth Hill? Of course not. That's your name. Of course, or suppose the initials were MAC, Heather whispered. Those are my initials, I frowned at her. Would you be scared? I shrugged. Not especially. Why? Are you scared? She sat up and shook her head. No, I think it's interesting, that's all. She smiled at me. I would be scared of that. But you would be scared, Molly. I know you would be. You're afraid right now. And they aren't even your initials. This is a little snot right here. And you know how I know? I used to be that little snot when I was a little girl. I was mean to I have brothers. I was doing a lot. Now I torture Scott. Somebody got to do it.
Not really, but.
Scott, from my vantage point, yes, we do.
Okay.
Scott, you torture me with questions.
Okay.
Endless questions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anyway, sorry, y'all.
Questions that need to be answered.
They don't. Anyway. Don't be silly. I opened my book again. If you're finished asking questions, Scott. I'm kidding. It doesn't say Scott. I like to get back to my reading. That's a dumb story, Heather said, getting up and staring out the window. I hate rabbits. Well, girl, let me tell you a rabbit you would have loved. Oreo Jr. when he was in his little rabbit costume. So don't play, sis. Don't do that. Okay, Oreo Jr., just cover your ears, baby. You ain't got the outfit on no more. It's okay. Okay.
Like Baby Shark.
Yeah, he is Baby Shark meets SpongeBob. Who cares what happens to them? Damn. Ignoring her, I concentrated hard on Fiverr's desperate attempt to warn the rabbits about the danger that was coming. This was the second time I read this book, and Fiverr was my favorite character. I knew I would enjoy reading the story more this time, knowing that he was going to be all right. Hey. Heather didn't say anything more. When I glanced at her, to see what she was doing. She was standing out the window, gazing out at the graveyard as silently as the marble angels contemplating eternity. As the days passed, the five of us got caught up in our own routines. From morning until night, Dave worked at the property or at the pottery wheel at the carriage house, throwing bowls, plates, mugs, pitchers. Hey, it's like that song. We got greens, this, that, maroon. You, we made it. Yes. When they let, he got so many questions, but he don't never had the answers. He ain't never heard nothing. And by he, I mean Scott.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sorry. Pitchers and jugs, mixing glazes, and tending his kiln, trying to get ready for the big August craft show. Ooh, they need to bring that here. I would go. I
Yeah.
love shows like that. Yeah, I love when people make handcrafted items. That's really neat. Although he didn't seem to mind our coming in and out, watching him work, he wasn't particularly interested in what we were doing. As long as we turned up for meals and bedtime, he did not worry about us, period. He like, girl, I got stuff to do. I got I got bowls, plates, mugs, pitchers and jugs, mixed glazes, all of it. I'm a rapper. Anyway, mom was just as bad. She was terribly excited for having a real studio after so many years of setting up her easel in a corner of the kitchen or the bedroom, wherever she can find some unwanted space. She was working on a large painting of a barn. Scott, you need to do that.
Okay.
You supposed to be painting too.
Yeah.
The colors were soft and muted, and all the edges were hazy as if the morning sun hadn't quite broken through the fog. You could almost smell the damp boards when you looked at it. But mom didn't like to be watched while she was painting. It ruined her concentration and made her self conscious. So she'd always tell us to go outside and play. My mom used to say that too. And she was not painting, she was just on the phone or watching something on TV. I guess she felt we were all safe out here in the country. The things she worried about in Baltimore, drug dealers and child touchers, speeding cars, didn't exist in Hartwell. I'm sure if you go deep enough in them woods, it might. The only thing she ever asked me to do was keep an eye on Heather, and I would not. I don't like Heather. Heather is annoying. So I would just make it my mission not to keep up with. I would just be like, girl, I'm watching her and just keep on doing whatever I wanted to. Read your book, girl. She thought both Michael and I, being older, should take care of her. Of course, that was the one thing neither of us did, period. Every morning, as soon as Dave disappeared into the carriage house and mom went into her loft, Michael grabbed his butterfly net and an alive jar and ran into the woods in pursuit of insects to add to his collection. Although I could have gone with him, and sometimes I did, I usually took a book and my journal and wandered off somewhere to read or write. And Heather, nobody gave a fuck. No, I'm kidding. That's not what it says. For a long time, I had no idea where she went or how she spent her time. She might start out on the couch next to me, coloring or reading or watching TV. Then, without my actual noticing, she disappeared. She reminded me of a cat I used to own, like that cat that used to be right here. You see how he just snuck off? We're gonna start calling him not little cat. We're gonna call him Heather.
Are we?
Y'all put some names down in the comment section of what we should call him. We can call him the Three Little Pigs.
Okay.
One minute he'll be curled up next to me, and the next minute he'll be gone without making a sound. Like this cat. This cat just did it. I don't know if y'all like saw him do it, but boom. Now you see him, now you don't. One hot afternoon, I was outside looking for something to do. The air was hot and heavy with humidity, and I decided to walk down by the creek. Maybe wade or something, just to cool off. Did I sound like 1-800 numbers?
Sure.
Period. Leaving my book on the bank, I splashed through the water without realizing how close I was getting to the graveyard. When I looked up and saw the tombstones above me, I hesitated, thinking I'll turn back in the direction of the cows. Then I heard a voice. Was it Heather's?
The breeze swirled the leaves and the creek chattered over stones. Birds sang, insects chirped, and buzzed, making it impossible to be sure who was speaking. Uneasily, I climbed the bank and tiptoed down a path beside the graveyard. I found Heather sitting in the shade, staring at small tombstones under the oak tree. On the grave, she had placed a peanut butter jar filled with black eyed Susans and Queen's Anne lace. I watched, scarcely daring to breathe. She said something in a voice too low for me to hear, her hands flashing in shadows as she gestured nervously. Then she sat back, her mouth half open, her eyes half closed, nodding her head as if she were in a trance. Who be nodding their head when they're in a trance?
I don't know.
Okay, girl. All around me, the leaves rustled and I shivered, sure that the noise they made were hiding words from me that were audible to Heather. Convinced that she was in danger, I leaned towards her, peering through a tangle of honeysuckle, wondering what I should do. Oh, Helen, Heather said suddenly, her voice louder. Will you really be my friend? Aw, she need a friend. She bored. That little girl needs somebody. They done moved her out to the woods like Green Acres, and she just needs somebody to talk to.
Well,
I'll do anything you say. I promise I will. If you'll be my friend, girl. You on some Janet Jackson anytime, any place, huh? I wouldn't be making them promises.
no.
Scott, what if I said to you, will you really be my friend? I'll do anything you say. I promise I will. If you'll be my friend.
Okay.
Scott likes that. Again, she was silent, her head tilted to one side, a smile twitching the corners of her mouth. The breeze blew again, making a dry sound, a whispering, and Heather nodded. I'll wait for you, Helen. When you come, I'll be the best friend you ever had. Cross my heart. Sis, who you talking to? Like, who you over there talking to? Okay. As she leaned forward to rearrange the flowers, I gripped the fence and called her. What are you doing, Heather? Who are you talking to? She leaped to her feet, her face pale and angry. Molly, go away, she screamed. Not until you tell me what you are doing. I shivered as the breeze gushed through the honeysuckle, filling the air with sweetness. Something hung in the space between us. For a moment, I felt it watching me. Okay, girl, she talking to a creeper. Who she find out in the woods? You said your mama wasn't worried about child touchers, but baby, maybe she should.
Yeah, like creepy groundskeeper, like hanging out on your property.
Period. I didn't even think about that, but what Scott said just, oh, girl, you better get this little girl. This little girl might get touched. For a moment, I felt it watching me. Then it was gone. And all around me, the insects struck up a chorus of cheerful summer sounds. I don't have to tell you anything. Heather's narrow face was almost expressionless. Expressionless. Expressionless.
There you go.
Oh, Lord Jesus. Ooh, I might need a therapist. Mask like as if it hid secrets, terrible secrets. You were talking to someone. I heard you. You called her Helen. Without looking at me, Heather took a flower from the jar. Peeling a petal off, she dropped it and watched it flutter down to the grave. You didn't see anybody or even hear anybody, did you? She glared at me, her tangled hair almost hiding her eyes. There was something, I insisted. I know there was. Heather shook her head and continued pulling the petals off one by one. She watched them as they drift with the breeze down to the earth. Don't spy on me anymore, Molly, she said softly. I don't like to be spied on. Did that scare you, Scott?
It did.
You better come out from under the tree, I yelled. You heard what Mr. Simmons said about the snakes and poison ivy. Okay, that's his name. That was the groundskeeper name. His name, Mr. Simmons. I forgot his name. I'll stay here as long as I want. Heather finished stripping the flowers of his petals and bit to pick another one up. If you want, you have to come here and get me, she said. This was me as a child. This is just a little asshole. I was an asshole too. I was cheeky. The British say cheeky. I was a cheeky kid. Put down in the comments what kind of children you were. Were you good children? Scott, were you a good child?
Of course.
A ray of sunlight lanced down through the oak leaves and touched the jars of flowers. And from somewhere in the branches overhead, a crow called. Folding my arms tightly across my chest, I backed away from the graveyard. Getting bitten by a snake, I said as I began walking back towards the church. See if I care. The only answer was the rustling of leaves and a faint sound of laughter. Without looking back, I quickened my pace, anxious to get away from Heather and whatever else might be lingering under the tree. Girl, it's probably Mr. Simmons. That's what Scott said. Although I tried to tell Mom that I thought the graveyard was haunted, she was too busy fixing dinner to listen to me. Honestly, Molly, she said, reading all that poetry is making you morbid. Now get busy and put ice in the glasses so I can pour the tea. But Mom, if you had been there, I started to say, but she looked exhausted. I stopped in mid-sentence. What was the use? After dinner, I found Michael out on the front porch watching the stars come out. See that one right there? He pointed to a bright star hanging just above the mountains across the valley. That's the planet Venus. You can see it in the morning too. Isn't that's cute? Because remember one time you caught me looking and I was like, that's Venus over there. And it was in the morning.
Yeah.
It is. It's the morning star. Y'all should get this app. Okay, let me just random. There's an app that you can get on your phone. You can just hold it up and it'll tell you like all the constellations, all the stars. Y'all should get it. Just go out there. It's a free, fun thing to do. Go look at stars and go look at the constellations and go wonder like, damn. Skyview. Scott taught me about the app. Shout out to Scott. After dinner, I found Michael. Oh, wait, we already read that. I nodded and sat down beside him, trying to think of a good way to introduce the subject of ghosts. Do you believe in things you can't prove? I asked him. He looked at me as if he were a little puzzled. Like what? Oh, I don't know. Ghosts and stuff like that. I hugged my knees against my chest and turned my back to the graveyard. Michael laughed. What's the matter? Are you still scared of seeing something looking in your window at night? Don't laugh, Michael, I glared at him. I'm not just kidding around. Glancing over my shoulder to make sure Heather wasn't standing behind us, eavesdropping, I told him about her strange behavior in the graveyard. So, Michael swatted a mosquito on his arm. Michael don't give a damn. Honey, Michael is out here with his unalive jars. Michael is out here being an astronomer. Michael got other shit to worry about besides Heather, honey. And maybe, honey, you should too. Okay? Maybe she needs to stop worrying too. You know how she is, always living in some weird little world of her own. She probably has an imaginary friend and you embarrass her. That's what I would think. You didn't see her, Michael. It wasn't just her imagination. There was something there. I could sense it. I took a deep breath. It scared me, Michael. Ooh, girl. It's scaring me too. Scott, you scared? Are y'all scared? Oh, Molly, Michael laughed. Next, you'll be telling me you actually saw a ghost. I told you not to yell, I yelled. It's not funny. No, it's not funny. It's not funny at all. Michael and I spun around. Heather was standing just inside the screen door, her face pressed against it. Girl, you gonna put your face on that dirty screen door? You gonna get bumps, honey. You gonna have acne early. There's nothing funny about Helen, she said softly. Mom should get you a collar with a bell on it, Michael said, like cats wear to warn birds. You need to get the cats that, Scott. Did I tell you guys the other day the cats brought in a bird and just unalived it? It was sad. It was sad. They were just torturing that poor bird. They need a bell. That like that cat over there unalived the bird that you had saw earlier, unalived the whole bird. It's sad. It was really sad. Then maybe you can't sneak up and spy on people. Molly spies on me, Heather hissed. She spied on me and Helen today. See? I turned to Michael. Before he could say anything, Heather looked at us, a frown creasing her face. Molly's right. You better not laugh, Michael. Helen doesn't like either one of you. And when she comes, you'll be sorry for everything you did to me.
All right.
Well, without waiting for an answer, Heather turned away and disappeared into the shadows in the hall. There, I whispered, clutching Michael's arm. Do you see what I mean? Michael pulled away from me. Don't let that little brat scare you with make-believe, Molly. I agree. Because I would have been like, let me tell you something. I don't give a damn if Helen is here or not. You better not go to sleep. Sometimes you gotta just threaten and see, let the chips fall where they may. It works sometimes. You're acting like a real dope. I am not. Tears stung my eyes. Girl, why are we crying? Why are we crying? What are you crying for? Just threaten to ask. I ran into the house, almost colliding with Mom as she came out of the kitchen. I was just looking for you and Michael, she said cheerfully. Would you like some ice cream? Heather and Dave and I were just about to sit down and try the ice cream maker we got last week. How about it? Let me tell you something about ice cream makers. This is another Scott has heard this a million times. They have the Ninja, what is it called? The Ninja Creamy. Oh my God. That thing makes like cones, and you can make like all kinds of sorbets. You can make with toppings in there. Check that out. It's almost Christmas. Hopefully Black Friday good this year. If you want some ice cream makers, go get you a Ninja Creamy. I do not have one yet. I hope somebody gets one and tells me it's amazing, and then I'll invest what was the last price? $279. Okay. They got me thinking about ice cream makers, about that Ninja Creamy. Look it up. It look crazy. Like, look it up. I promise. It's a gag. Look it up. Anyway, behind her in the lighted kitchen, I could see David setting up the machine while Heather watched. He turned to her and said something, and she laughed, and he gave him a strawberry to sample. Now, Dave, Mom said, I saw that. Don't eat them all, or we won't have enough for the ice cream. Daddy can have all that he wants. See, this little heifer, it's the talking back for me with this little one. I'll be like, honey, and I can jump you all that I want. Like, I would just say something smart to just shut her up.
Right.
And I guess she would probably just threaten because she a fangirl from Helen. I guess she would just threaten like, Helen gonna come get you. Like, I don't give a damn. Helen could catch this beat down too. I'm just kidding, y'all. Heather stuck out her lip and scowled at Mom. See, it's the talking back from me. As Dave turned to Heather, I edged past Mom. No thanks, I said. I'm not in the mood for ice cream. But honey, girl, look, if she don't want no ice cream, she don't want no ice cream. It's probably because you ain't got no Ninja Creamy. Mom started reaching out to stop me. I kept going. She ruins everything I said to Mom before going into my room and shutting the door. That'd get you in trouble. My mama took the door off the hinges when I did that. She made my dad take the door off the hinges when I did that. And then I didn't have a door. So, girl, you lucky you got these parents. I hope Heather would stay in the kitchen until I was asleep. that concludes chapter 3, 4, and 5 because we expressing this.
All right.
What did you learn, Scott? What did you guys learn from this story? Besides about the Ninja Creamy, check it out. Look, just Google it. You ain't gotta buy it. Just Google it and look at all the amazingness. What did you learn? What did you guys learn? What did you learn from this chapter?
I mean, I don't know if I learned anything new.
Besides Heather is annoying.
Yeah, I mean, that's. You already knew that, though.
Yeah. I learned that sometimes you gotta just let people, like, I wouldn't even address her. Like, remember when she went over there when she saw Heather talking to herself? Sometimes it's best just not to address people that are just rude to you. Sometimes just keep on going. Because I would have just kept on going with this shit. We would not be in communication. Like, if you want to sit there and talk to a grave and offer anything and everything to something that ain't even there, girl, have fun. Have at it. You're going to end up like the Exorcist. Vomit coming out her mouth and her head spinning. Just go ahead and invite whatever.
Yeah.
So that's the lesson learned. If somebody treats you like trash, just let them be. Don't try to help them. Just let them be. You got anything now?
No.
Okay, well, with that, guys, I thank you guys for coming and hanging out with us. We are done for the night because I'm hungry. So I'm going to bid you guys adieu. Thanks for hanging out. Make sure to like, share, subscribe. We'll be back tomorrow because we got our super scary Saturday sleepover. So make sure to like, share, subscribe. We'll see you guys tomorrow. So from wherever we are to wherever you are, peace.